Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. We back with another one. Y'all see what it is on the title, but before I get started on that, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that bell. Stop playing with your boy, man. Come on.
Whoa, we got my man Steve Harvey in the house with us.
Yes, sir.
I want to know, how do we feel about switching up gender roles? Steve.
See, I'm from a different generation, so the way I was raised.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to what he just said, and always keep that in mind and what Steve said, and then I'm going to come back to my commentary. Remember, keep that in mind. He's from a different generation.
It was an unthinkable thing to do this back where I'm from. And as I've gotten older, it's still unacceptable to me. For me, it will go against everything that I was meant to be in terms of what I was taught manhood was about. I can't have a woman taking care of me.
That's what make a man a man. Hold on. Here's what I think.
I'm my boy Slink Johnson over there. It's all good. And he gonna tank. I know a lot of y'all. Y'all still ain't get over that thing he said about the whole thing. If you do that thing with another man, then you can come back from, yeah.
This is just me thinking, this is forward thinking, where we are. Let's think about the bacon, okay? Let's say
Hold on, he got his knees out.
your woman makes 10 times the bacon you make.
I'd be the happiest man in the world.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
got 10 times more than me.
Come on now. I'm going to culinary school. I'm going to learn to cook that thing out.
I'm gonna wear something nice for you.
I'm going to wear something nice for you when you come home. How my knees going to be out? You going to have you gonna have your little nigga G on?
Based on that, I can see myself with Oprah.
Yeah, but I guess it's okay if a woman trick on him. But he says it's about being a man, right?
I'm going to be good with a Miss Parker from across the street. I ain't tripping.
You be good with a Monique.
Yeah, I would.
Y'all wrong.
I would. Come on, Coach. What about your tradition, Coach? I know you got some deep-rooted traditions where you're from.
Yeah. You know, I'm an alpha male. You know what I mean? And I feel like as times are changing and the world is turning, it's more important to wave your flag strong as alpha male. You got to wave it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with you 100%. You know, I'm not necessarily old school, but I was raised by the old school, and I believe in that 100%. Like a woman, she needs to feel protected by her man. She needs to feel taken care of in every sense of the word. So,
but see, here's another part.
I want to say something real quick on that whole alpha male thing. I get it, but as you get more older and mature, get more wisdom, you kind of stop worrying about proving something. You stop worrying about having something to prove so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just about enjoying life. Yeah, you don't worry about the little micromanaging of things that, you know what I'm saying, like you have to wear on your chest as a man. You know what I'm saying? As you get older as a man, like they say, you see it in the confidence. That person just being who they are. They're not trying to yell everything. They're not trying to show off everything. They just, be who they are. And it's more about confidence. You know what I'm saying? If you're confident in who you are, you don't have to yell, I'm an alpha. You ain't got to. That's jitty bullshit.
That this goes to is that the new evolution of woman is partly our fault. It's all our
Agreed.
fault.
Okay.
I'll go there with you. Because we have neglected our responsibilities to make a woman.
Exactly. Yeah.
To make a woman.
And that's why you can even have this kind of conversation.
But part of that is how many brothers have seen protection from a man.
That's right.
And so a lot of us had dads or a father figure or a granddad or an uncle. And even if he had some shit on him and wasn't perfect, we still saw him work every day. We saw him come home every day.
Right.
We saw him do certain things. And we were like, this is what a man is supposed to do. And so even as we've evolved into this new space where men become more communicative and we talk about things that our parents, I talk about things with my wife my dad could have never talked about with my mom. Yeah. But my wife still expects me to show up with certain things intact.
But see.
All right, before we get to Uncle Cap Steve, let me go back to what Tank just said. He talking about, you know what I'm saying, it's our fault and all that. Listen, keep in mind what Steve said about the generations. But let me say this: we, as women, evolve into wanting to do certain things. Them not wanting it to be some just, the man gonna protect and provide. I can get out there and get my own bag, right? Which is, that's what you want to do. You your own person. God gives us free will. But at the same time, to say it's men's fault is BS, because you got to realize something. We see men every day still out there getting it. And like y'all, if y'all seen the last video of Night, go check it out. The one that says Kayla wants 30K ring, not average guy. In that video, and I use her commentary as an example of what brothers going through. If women are now able to get $30,000, right? Say the average guy makes $40,000 to $50,000, and the average woman makes around $30,000 to $38,000. She's now looking down on a guy that makes $40,000 to $50,000, the average guy, and it's sad, because to say we're not doing our job like we used to is bullshit. Because more women have more opportunities than they've had before. So now to say that men are no longer doing what they used to do is actually a lie. It's actually a lie, because men overall, every race you look at of men still out earn their women. Every race. You know what I'm saying? Because they talk trash about us as black men and say, oh, y'all don't earn enough. But if you actually go look at it, we're not that far behind white guys. The average black man makes around 42,000, something like that. Average white guy makes around 52. Now they're saying on average. You know how you estimate it, but that's not necessarily saying every brother, somebody runs into, he's just making like 42,000. He might make 48, 55,000, 60. You know what I'm saying? But on average, 42 to 52 is what the white guys make. So it's not that we're doing so much terrible. It's the fact that women are able to do more things for themselves, which I think is cool. Do more for yourself. It's all good. Get your education, go out there and get you a good job or a great career. But to sit there and say it's our fault, just blatant like that, like women have no accountability in it, is where we messed up, because we don't have real conversations. And a lot of times the problem is guys are always trying to pander to women. Like, stop it.
Here's what's happening. Women today have lesser choices. And it's really not the women's fault. They're just dealing with the residue that's left for so many fatherless homes. And so now you got young cats on the tape like up here. Yeah, I ain't got no problem staying home. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, a woman got to pay for my food. Oh, man, it's 50-50. It ain't 50-50. Partner, a relation.
All right, let's talk about that too. Saying for as women having less choices. That's, like I said, that's a lot. Women can make their own money. They can get their education. They can start their own businesses, right? So let's talk about when it comes to men. Now, he said the residue of what's left over for is what women have to deal with. Let's keep it G, all right? You have brothers out there that do come from homes with fathers, right? But if a woman does not like you for how you look or how much money you make, it does not matter how good of a guy you are. Once again, go back and watch that video I just put up with Kayla saying she don't want an average guy. Anton asked her. He asked her, like, yo, what if he's a great dude? You rock with his personality. He's treating you well. You know what I'm saying? You're very attracted to him, but everything else checks out, but he only making like $60,000 a year. She's like, she wouldn't even give him a chance. It says she didn't say anything about him coming from a 2-parent home. She don't care about nothing about him, you know what I'm saying, putting God first in his life and having a great relationship with God. She didn't care nothing about him being community oriented, a brother that networks with other brothers. She didn't care about none of that. This is the reality. Women have gotten away from that. Women have really gotten away from that. So that's why you see a lot of brothers that don't care about that, because if you pay attention to the guys that a lot of women go for, like a lot of women be wanting these Chris Browns and Trey Songz type dudes, or Young Thug or Lil Baby or Da Baby type dudes, right? And I ain't trying to diss them, because they're entertainers at the same time, or come from the hood, whatever. But at the same time, you see a lot of women that go for that. They don't care nothing about him being a good brother that come from a 2-parent home and how he got, trying to set his life. It's a lot of women that do not care, especially in our community. And we got to get back to that. But we can't just keep putting it on brothers. And the whole 50-50 thing, you mean to tell me if a woman wants to be equal in that and has a guy that rocks with it, how is he wrong? How is that his fault? Like, I'm going to let him finish some more thing. I'm going to kill on that.
Relationship with a woman, with a wife, it's not 50-50. No. If you're married, it's 85-15. The woman get 85, you get 15. That's really the way it works. They do more, they're responsible.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, man.
Wait, hold on.
I've got to bring you in.
Wait.
Come on, wait.
You're just the bait.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said it was
Yeah.
50-50,
No, it's not
okay, 60-40, 70-30.
No, it's not. This is how it works. It requires a woman more money to dress, to take care of herself, to run the household. You're not really good at running the household. You don't know where the kids. You don't know when soccer practice is.
Where the kids at?
You ain't been to the PTA meeting. You don't know nothing. You just ignorant.
So who's the teacher again?
That's right. You don't know nothing. A woman knows virtually everything to really run that empire. I'm doing what I do. I protect, provide, and profess.
That's
Three P's
absolutely.
that a man show love. So if you're not providing for your woman, you're not protecting her, and you're not professing your love for her, what you doing? And until we start teaching this to the younger generation, they actually think that a girl supposed to pay for something.
But Slink, what do you think about one, the marriage proposal piece? Would you take a marriage proposal from a woman?
All right, real quick on that, what Steve said. Listen, that whole 85-15, listen. Back in the days, like I said, keep in mind that Steve is from old school. He's 60-something years old. Back in the days, when the man went out and got the bread and butter and the woman stayed home and she was like that administrative assistant to the CEO, right? You know, she took care of the household, she took care of the finances, paid the bills, made sure the kids was good, iron your clothes, blase squat. Women ain't doing that no more, bruh. And then, matter of fact, I would argue men nowadays do more than that. Men don't sit around just, I'm gonna get a woman a check and then she handle everything. Then now that I had a hard days or week of work, I'm finna go get me a couple drinks and hang out with the fellas. And no. Guys ain't doing that no more. This is where we have to look at what we're doing now. You can look at the stats and actually have a conversation with brothers. We not sitting around here not washing our own clothes no more, not ironing our own clothes no more, not cleaning up behind ourselves no more, not cooking for ourselves no more. It's brothers out here, we'll keep it real with you. It's brothers out here that cook better than women. I have some homegirls that been in a relationship with guys and the guys do all the cooking. Guys are taking their sons to football, baseball, basketball, soccer practice. We out there with our kids on the field. We're out there with them. We're assistant coaching with our kids. We out there refereeing at our kids' games. Steve, like I said, he's in the old school mind frame of guys who don't do a damn thing, and it's not like that no more. Brothers are not sitting around not doing that no more. What are you talking about? Women want the 50-50 thing, they get the 50-50 thing, then now they complain about it. And then we got old heads like Steve that want to sit around and talk trash about us. And it's like, okay, so really, I'm gonna say the last part. But that whole 85-15, nah. Me personally, I definitely never been that type of guy that don't help around the house with my woman. I've never been that type of guy that can't cook, that can't clean, that can't iron clothes, ain't seen about the kids. I've never been that. I've never been that. Like, one of my exes, you know, when we would get off work, guess what I was doing? Sitting around having conversations with her sons, having interest in what they was doing. I wasn't sitting around not doing it. I'm cleaning. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping around the house with the kids and working and taking out the trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Sweeping, mopping, taking out trash, entertaining guests. I'm doing all of that too. So, come on, man. Like I said, he old school. He still stuck back in them days. But let's see what Slink talking about real quick.
Me personally, no. I wouldn't take the proposal because, again, I think I'm from...
They're talking about a woman proposing to a man.
old school, and I think men, we go get our woman. We get the woman I want. And if I'm sitting around her and she got to ask me, I probably don't want to marry you. Look here, man go out and get his woman, prepare a place for his woman, and set it out for his woman, and she take care of it. It ain't supposed to be the other way around.
Here's what's interesting. So there's cats that are with a woman, her career is on a whole nother level than his, she making money, he stays home. I don't think that means he's emasculated, because I think even to your point, Steve, if y'all got a relationship where, listen, sister's career, that doesn't mean you can't protect. That doesn't mean that you can't show love. It means though, no, wait though. It means though, you got to be clear about what your role is.
Yeah, I can understand this. Things that got a little, off kilter. She making more money. That's cool. And you decide to you got to stay at the house for a time with the kids. There's nothing in me that's going to allow myself to sit here the entire time.
Right.
While my girl go out and kill everything we eat. And I'm sitting at the house babysitting.
Right.
But wait, Steve, what is more important than making sure your kids, your sons, your daughters are prepared for the world? And if it's a brother at the house who said, listen, she got this financial thing, but I'm about to prepare some soldiers in the house. It don't mean that he ain't sitting there doing nothing. Right. But we have said as men that babysitting, it ain't babysitting. It's preparing our babies for the world in a way.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But real quick, that's the problem. Steve want to say women do this, they do that. They so great household, they do this, they do that. Take care of the children. You got to put them on the pedestal. But then when they ask, can he do it? Nah, I ain't going to be sitting there with no kids at the house. I got to be going out there and get it. You really don't respect a woman's role. You really don't. A man like Steve, like I said, he old school from back in the days. And a lot of them guys back in the days, they're the ones who let us down. Steve, he done left 2 marriages. Left both situations with his kids. I ain't saying his relationship ain't mended with his kids and all that. I ain't saying that. But yeah, he did let us down. He said, we let our men down, but you don't talk about how. And the fact that you around here lying and pandering to women that you feel you go get money, that would make you a man because you could throw money at your woman and get out your face. That don't make you no damn man. And we got to stop teaching our young brothers that. We got to stop. It's more to being a man than that. It's more than just giving a woman money. It's more than just looking like a man. It's understand what being a man is. Of course, being hardworking, dedicated, caring about the community, caring about the family, being respectful and honorable and loyal to family and friends and to yourself. And most of all, putting God first. It takes a lot more than that. So I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about real manhood because I'm sorry, Steve ain't no representation of it, especially not our brothers. This your boy JT, opposite from the norm. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that bell. Stop playing with me, man. You know how we do over here on Op.